Hi, welcome to Primetime Pro Tips. I'm Heath Pipes with Primetime Restoration. This series is all about addressing the misunderstandings that I see in the claims process when a homeowner files a claim with their insurance company. Today, what we're going to talk about is your deductible. Very simple topic in relationship to your insurance policy. Everyone knows that they have a deductible. And so one of the biggest misunderstandings that I see is that the insurance company, whenever you call them to begin your insurance claims process, they don't do a very good job of explaining to you what your responsibility is for your deductible. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. So, as it relates to your deductible, what is your responsibility? Well, one of the things that you need to know, and probably the most important thing that you need to know about a claim, is that when it comes to your deductible, your dollars are the first money out. So let's say, for example, if you have a $2,000 deductible, no matter what happens in that claim, no matter what service is performed, your dollars will be the first dollar spent of the insurance. So if it's a $10,000 claim, then your $2,000 deductible will be deducted from that $10,000, and the insurance will provide you with $8,000. Now, it's not going to come exactly like that, and I'm going to do another video on how an insurance claim breaks down with the different recoverable depreciation, non-recoverable depreciation, and so on and so forth. But the most important thing to know is that at a very simple level, if I have a $10,000 claim and I have a $2,000 deductible, I'm going to receive $8,000 and I'm going to be responsible for that $2,000. Now, where it gets tricky is in the event of the smaller claim. I see a lot of homeowners calling their insurance companies for smaller claims, and deductibles are rising in the industry right now. They're getting closer to a true 1% of your home value. So if you have a $400,000 home, then now that deductible is going to rise to $4,000 instead of $2,000. And so it's important to know about the fact that the deductible that you have is going to be the first money that is spent towards that claim. So again, if you have an assessment done, if you have a TARP done, if you have a board up done, if someone comes out and provides any kind of third-party service, that service is billable. And it's primarily billed to you, but it can be billed directly to the insurance. But none of that really matters which way it's billed. The most important thing is that all third-party services that are billed must be paid either by the insurance company or by you. So if you can show the insurance company that you've paid third parties outside of potentially plumbers, depending on what your insurance policy looks like. Most insurance policies do not pay for plumbers to fix leaks. And that's a really important distinction. You have a leak and you bring a plumber in, and that plumber charges you $1,800 to fix that leak. That's most likely not going to be covered under your deductible. And that is really with all of the big insurance companies that we work with. Very seldom do we ever see a company pay for the plumber's cost to fix the leak. That is a misunderstanding with a lot of homeowners. They believe that, hey, I spent $1,800 on this plumber, and now I've got a $2,000 deductible, so I'm out $3,800. And the truth is, that is the truth. You are out the $3,800. So again, not to get too far into it because there's lots of details that go into insurance claims. The most important detail for you to know is that third parties that come into your home to fix the things that the leak has broken, or the roof was damaged, or a tree fell on the roof, or whatever type of issues that you have. The dollars that are spent right off the bat, the number one dollars, are going to be your deductible. Now, my advice to you is to hold on to that deductible as long as you can. Generally, you want to try to put the deductible into the repair module of the claim. And it would be best if you did that, because most insurance companies understand that, and you can ask your insurance company to pay for the third parties that go first or before the repair. But, and this is a big but, if your total claim is below your deductible, then you will be responsible for paying all third-party bills. Now, this may sound daunting or like a really big task, but at the end of the day, the most important thing to remember is if your deductible is $2,000 and your claim is $10,000, then your insurance is going to pick up the rest. They're going to take care of all the expenses associated with that as long as your policy says so. So you have time to try to figure out whether or not it's a covered claim. You have some time to figure those things out, but definitely ask those questions to your insurance adjuster. You want to know, is it a covered claim? I need to know, what do we need to do to find out if it is a covered claim? And the service companies that you ask to come out here, Mr. Adjuster, are you going to be responsible for their payment and pay them as an expense? Or am I going to be responsible and pay them as a part of my deductible? If you can get them to agree to pay their initial site inspections out as an expense, then it won't apply to your deductible. Again, lots of different ways to do it. But the biggest thing here and the biggest thing that you need to know is when you have an insurance policy, understand and know what your deductible is. Know that amount. So I have a $2,000 deductible. I have a $4,000 deductible. Just know that insurance is not going to pay money out without you being responsible for your deductible. So the amount of money that has to go out in that claim, the very first dollar that goes out will be yours. Even if they didn't pay for it up front, they will send you an estimate that shows the estimate's $5,000, your deductible's $4,000, we're going to give you $1,000. And that's how it's going to go. You're never going to not be responsible for your deductible with the insurance company. So lots more to unpack there. Super excited about the opportunity to continue this series and talk to you about things outside that happen inside an insurance claim. But this one is really important. The deductible, make sure you understand and know what your responsibility is. And your responsibility is to pay your deductible. And so anyway, until next time, I'm Heath with Primetime Pro Tips. Stay dry.